Hey YouTube, this is Sly Spy here. Today we're going to be playing Dead Rising 4, and I'm going to be showing you how to get easy PP and level your characters up quickly. This works for both the single player and the multiplayer, but is a little bit easier on the single player. Personally, I think it works a lot better on the multiplayer though, just because the zombies are a little bit stronger. So the first thing I'm going to do here is give you a few recommendations to kind of start you off on the right path to get the most out of your boosting experience. So the first thing is the place that you're going to want to boost in the mall, which will be right by the pirate ship, right in that little pool area. A lot of zombies seem to congregate there, so that'll probably be the best place for beginners if you want to start boosting right away. Once you get to Old Town, however, I definitely recommend boosting there instead, and the best place to do that would be in the park area, just because of how many zombies generally tend to congregate around that area. The third place, and the place I'll actually be covering in this video, is the church in Westridge. I personally like this the best just because you can get it on pretty early on in the game and boost your level up pretty high just because of how many zombies are condensed into one area. You also don't have military or, evolved and fresh zombies tackling you all the time. So this place is what I'd recommend, the place that you boost at. So the next recommendation I'm going to give to you guys are the skills that you're going to want when doing this. You by all means don't need any skills to really do this, but the skills that I'm going to give you will definitely help you keep a hit counter going and help you get as much XP as possible. So the first skill that I recommend is getting Combat Pupil, and that's something that you can get actually at level 2. What that does is it actually gives you bonus PP at certain hit counters, so like what it says is like 5, 10, 25, and 50, but also once you get higher up on the hit counters it gets you a crazy amount of PP, so that's why I definitely recommend getting that. The second skill I'd recommend getting is Improved Combat Flow, which is a skill that you can get at level 15. What this does is it increases your time until your hit counter resets, so if you do end up getting hit or something like that, it really helps you out in that situation. The last two skills that I recommend for you guys are Hit Counter Resilience, which helps you resist one grapple without resetting the hit counter. Again, this is geared towards just getting your hit counter higher in case you are to get hit. And then the last one would be Combat Scholar, which is something that you can get at level 65. I know that's a pretty high level, so you don't necessarily need it, but it does help. It's a lot like Combat Pupil in the way that it just gives you more XP at the certain hit counters. So as you guys just saw in the video, I just bought a bunch of umbrella guns, which is the thing that you're going to need to actually boost the XP. The umbrella gun's awesome in the fact that it just continues to stack your hit counter while not really damaging the zombies too much, so you're able to get even more hits on them. So if you have enough scrap, as you guys could see, I have a bunch of scrap, so I'm just able to buy them from the vendors that sell them. But if you can't do that, then if you can find the blueprints and build them, it does take a little bit longer to do that, but doing it is definitely worth it, so I definitely recommend doing that. So we're coming up on that spot in Westridge that I was telling you guys about, just right outside the church. And as you can see, the umbrella gun just instantly stacks your hit counter up super high, and with that Combat Pupil perk and the Combat Scholar perk, it really helps give you way more XP. So like I said, I definitely recommend doing those and getting those as soon as you can. Obviously the Combat Scholar perk you can't get until you're level 65, but if you're trying to go on that grind to get to 100, I'd definitely recommend getting that first. So as you guys can see, you do end up getting a pretty high hit counter pretty quickly. I even actually leveled up in this video, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, I do, however, end up losing my streak, which normally wouldn't happen, but all you have to do in that situation is just switch before your gun is about to run out of ammo, and then you can just keep your hit counter going. And hitting those 1,000 hit counter marks will definitely help you boost your XP even higher. Lastly, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful. If you liked it, definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and there'll be some more videos coming soon. Thanks again.